Hey everyone, this is the Underachiever, and today I have something very private and heavy to share with you that happened to me this year, and only now I feel comfortable about sharing it. Alright, so stick to the end of the video. But first I want to start this one by asking, how have you been? Because I've been connecting with some people here, because a lot of people are reaching out and subscribing to the channel, and it's been wonderful to connect with you guys. There are some very interesting people here that I would have never met if it wasn't for taking the step, and recording videos and editing and posting them here on YouTube. So how have you been? Is everything okay with you? Is life treating you well? Because I realized I never asked you this and even though we have been connecting, I realized I never asked you guys this question, and I think it's important to connect with you guys, because I'm so grateful for this, for this connection that has been going on, and I want it to continue. I'm grateful for you guys being here, especially if you're going through something difficult in life right now. I want to know. I want you to be brave enough to comment here and share with us, because that's why we're here, right? In this very small community, but a very sincere one as well. So especially if you're going through something difficult in life right now, a difficult moment, I really want you to share it with me and with the others here. There's not a lot of people, so you don't have anything to lose, right? If you're going through something, a wonderful moment in your life too, you can share with us too, because we can also be happy for the people that are doing good, it's part of life, going through ups and downs, right? And if you're going through an up or a down, I want to know, and we're here to support you, and we're here to congratulate you and be happy for you if you're going through an up moment in your life. Now it's time to finally talk about the subject that I had planned for this video. So, in the beginning of the year, I set myself to obey the recommendation of the last dentist I've been to, and he recommended that I remove all 4 of my wisdom teeth, right? And a year and a half passed and I hadn't done that yet, so I said to myself, no, this year, now I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be brave enough to go through surgery, and I did it. And what happened was, it seemed that everything was okay, but I felt it so weird that when I lay down on his dentist chair, and he gave me the injections and he started to deal with me, the first sign that something was off was that I felt enormous pain. He would inject me with those anesthesics, the local anesthesia, and it seemed not to work. When he cut it, I didn't feel a thing, but when he started to remove the teeth, I felt everything, because the teeth was already kind of hugging the nerve under the jaw, and I felt everything. I mean, it was not his fault. He gave me extra shots and extra shots and extra shots of anesthesics, and stronger one. He injected me with the strongest one after I complained about pain. I mean, I wasn't complaining. I couldn't even speak, right? My mouth was fully opened up, and yeah, I know this is kind of graphic, but I'll try not to be so explicit about it. Anyway, that was the first sign. It was not his fault, okay? I don't blame him for that. It was me that only at 35 decided to remove the wisdom teeth, and they were already huge and hugging the nerve down there in the jaw. But anyway, surgery passed okay. A week, 2 weeks, I recovered, and he didn't call me. The second sign was that he didn't call me to remove the stitches, you know? And I found that so weird. I called him and he said, yeah, oh yeah, pass in here in the clinic tomorrow and we'll remove your stitches. I totally forgot that. I mean, how can you neglect a patient that went through surgery? That was the second sign, okay? And so the third sign, this one was traumatizing to say the least, okay? I went there the next day that I called him, and he said I should go there to remove the stitches. I arrived there and there was no one in there, only one of the girls that was his one of the secretaries, right? And another dentist there. He was in the federal order of, I'm kind of free translating this, the Federal Order of Dentists in Brazil. And they were there was a kind of a heavy atmosphere in the clinic because it was closed, and I was, what's happening, guys? And the secretary was had a kind of a crying face, and I immediately thought, oh, this is something really bad. Something really bad happened, right? But she didn't tell me, and the other dentist also didn't tell me what happened. And she said the clinic was closed and they could not remove my stitches because the clinic was closed and they didn't know when it was gonna open again. And yeah, another week passed and I was like, okay, they're not gonna open again. I have to find another dentist to remove the stitches, otherwise the teeth gum is gonna grow over it. And yeah, I will not be able to remove these stitches. Those are not the biodegradable stitches. So I found another dentist, and she removed for free. She didn't even charge me for anything. And that week, that same day I removed the stitches, I made a terrible mistake. I went to Google and put the dentist's full name in the search bar, and I tapped enter, right? So what I found was that this guy, okay guys, I'm gonna stop here because my arm is already kind of tired of holding this. I'm gonna set up the tripod. I'm going to, this is difficult for me. It was really traumatizing, man. And so what I found out about this guy, this dentist that operated me, did the surgery, was that it was so disturbing to find this out. He had been convicted by justice. I cannot say this word. Using his female patients and employees. And that he was missing from the clinic, and the clinic was closed because he was arrested again for the same crime. And it was not very nice. I was very impacted by that. Imagine all of the women that he a space used. And it was not only one, it was many, including let's just say people that don't have the right to vote yet. And I felt kind of guilty. I felt I had a part in that because I paid him, right, to do this job. I mean, I had the kind of insurance that covers a little bit of it, but he charged me extra. And by the way, when I went to the other dentist and I had to go there again because after she removed the stitches, I had to go back in there so she could check if everything is okay, because she had to cut it a little bit, and my gum was a little bit hurt again. And the second time I went there, I told her and the other dentist as well. There are two dentists in this new clinic, and they were horrified, just as horrified as I was. And he told me that what he charged me for was not at all necessary. He charged me extra for nothing. And it was just last month I paid the last installment. It was 2,500 reais. That would be, if you divide that by 5.5, you will find it would be approximately $500, something like that, you know. Yeah, I mean, in the first moment I felt kind of guilty because I gave him money. And the police found out that he had a safe in his wall at his home that had approximately 85,000 reais, BRL, stashed in there. Because, you know, criminals, if they know that they're consistently committing crimes, they sure have some cash in their house to be able to escape if they know that something's... Oh, a toucan! Oh, I feel so bad I don't have my camera, my professional camera right here, right now. It's such a beautiful bird, the orange beak and all. Oh, beautiful, beautiful bird. I wish I could have shown you this. Anyway, continuing with the story. And yeah, he was not going to use his credit card if he knew that if he had any signs that the police was searching for him again. He would not use his credit cards to buy a ticket, you know, to escape the country. He had enough cash to pay for it and GTFO from Brazil with cash, you know. Yeah, this is the justice system, and here lies the criticism to the Brazilian judicial system. A guy like that had already been convicted many years ago, was released, and he was practicing his profession again. He had the right to practice his profession again, and he kept committing the same stuff again and again and again. Many other women went to the police because the police... it was all over the news, you know, the local news, and the police, the sheriff asked for any other victims to come forward, you know, and it was like 12 women in total that went there, that we know of, because some of them obviously asked to be anonymous in this whole story. And yeah, I don't carry that guilt anymore, you know. I know it's not my fault. I felt so bad for this, you know. It's such a coward thing to do. The person is there, you know, vulnerable, with anesthesics running in their bodies, doing a surgery or needing a service from this guy, and he perpetrates this cowardice, you know. It's so sad. There's a lot of honest people that don't have the same opportunities that this guy had, you know, to own a business, a successful business. It is so unfair that in this world, kind-hearted people are treated like fecal matter, and people like him are... Anyway, I'm glad that this guy was arrested and he's probably still in jail. Finally, now he's in jail where he freaking belongs, right? But let's face it, it's... Some bad people never get punished for their deeds, right? Let's just face it, it's the truth in this world. Some kind-hearted people never have the same opportunities in life, and they're mistreated by others. They're used by others in many aspects of life. I'm not talking only about work now. And some people like him can spend a whole life with a lot of prestige, you know. And luckily, he was one of the few that got punished. Right? Anyway, this story was very traumatizing for me. Imagine for his victims. But I'm glad now I can share this with you. I couldn't before. I didn't tell you this before, right, in this channel. But anyway, if you're going through something difficult in life, know that I'm here for you. I wish I could support you like you guys have been supporting me. I mean this. I mean this because this whole gap of time that I've been traumatized and thinking non-stop about this and not being able to come forward and actually you know, this kind of thing blocks your mind, blocks your ability to do things sometimes. And thanks to your support, you watching this, whether you have ever commented in this channel or not, or liked or subscribed or not. I know some people watch this and are not subscribed. It helps me. It helps me a lot. You know, I know it's silly. It's just validation from strangers in the internet. But I feel like I came to know some of you that are consistently commenting here and trying to get to know me and you know, we're trying to get to know each other, and I feel like I developed a connection with some people in here, and seriously, even if we didn't develop this, if you watched 1 minute of the things that I post here, thank you from the bottom of my heart. You helped me to go through this. You have been more supportive than some members of my family. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap this one up. Please like, comment, subscribe. I really want this to work for me, because I promise you, YouTube community, if you help me get there, I will help others. I promise you, I have this inside of me. If you help me grow in this place, in this community, I will help other people. I promise you, I promise you, I promise you. I will help other people. And I know of many people that need help, especially here in Brazil.